Good afternoon, everyone. So, for your prelims, I think you have performed it well. As per reports, as per marks reported by the students, merit for general category should go around 90, maybe 88, maybe 85, maybe 90, maybe 92 also. No one can predict, but you must be pretty sure if your score is 85 plus. And CSAT, you know it. So in CSAT, if you are having 72 plus, so after factoring wrong answers, you should be confident. And it is a matter of 10 more days only. So my sincere suggestion is start preparing your commerce because opportunity will knock the doors of those who are prepared. If you are not prepared, you will lose the opportunity, right? And then it is 1 year game again. Right? I'll request Monica to tell in detail what was your strategy and how the candidates should plan their coming 80 days, including commerce, GS, some time given to essay also, right? So, Monica, if you're ready, you can uh, start. And you must be knowing about Monica. She got 275 marks, that is highest in commerce this year. And even toppers are having 260, 270, 280 max, right? Only one person is having 291. So 275 is the best score, best possible score because UPSC is now scaling down marks in optional, right? So
Yes.
next to
So
Monica.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So namaste to one and all here. So I think the prelims, the contemplation, and then the mark counting, everything is going on, and everybody is like, I have to prepare or not prepare. But I feel you should start with your option and ethics because regardless of clearing or not clearing, it is going to help you out with the preparations. So I actually tried sharing my laptop screen, but I'm not able to do it. Sir, can you please help me out with this, sir?
Yes, Monica. How many page document you are having?
It is just an Excel sheet and a PDF, sir. I will just share it to you through Telegram.
Okay.
Please share it on the laptop, sir.
Yeah, I will share with the yes, I will share it on Telegram and everyone will download it from Telegram. So
Yes,
should I?
yes, yes. Yes, it will
Right,
be good, sir. 1 second, I'll just share it across to you, sir.
right. No problem. Thereafter, everyone will take copy their offer, and as you discuss, they can refer to. I think result will come in 10, 12 days. Not yet received on Telegram, Monica. Yes, got it. So everyone, I'm uploading the document received from Monica by the title AS26 1A PDF. So I'm sharing the document just shared by Monica. And okay, she has written about AS26 38, right? Monica, it is AS26.
Sir, just give me 2 minutes, sir. I will share you one more document. You can share
No
it
problem.
across.
No problem. Take your time. No problem. Everyone is at home, so there is no hurry with anyone. And one message for all of you, though Monica will also share her experience. At this point of time, first revise whatever is studied by you. Don't read new things again on the same topic. And you should read on new topic again only if the topic is very important. Otherwise, don't read anything new other than some update, other than something new. Revise your existing notes very well, 2 3 times, right? And in commerce, I can say that you must be referring rankers notes. Read those notes 4 5 6 times. Monica has read those notes only. She has referred to IPCC or C level material for numericals. So for numericals you must have already decided what to read, what not read. So don't add new book at this point of time. Read existing books. And I sincerely suggest must write enriched test series. Must write daily test. Almost daily we will cover 1 or 2 chapters, and that will be the best approach. And Monica has written most of the chapter tests, so she joined and followed the enriched test series religiously. Her answer sheets are available on our Telegram channel also, right? And you can see her answers, questions also, answers also. I'm forwarding that again on our channel. So answer sheets of Monica, Madhav Agarwal, and uh, B Shiva Chandran, they are also uploaded on the Telegram channel. And stay connected with our Telegram channel. And if you have queries, so you put your query on message box. So
Sir,
Monica would be, yes, yes, Monica.
sir, I'm not able to find that particular document right now, sir.
No
It would be
problem.
good for me if you can share the enriched test series PDF, right, sir?
That is
If
already
you can,
shared. Okay,
on
I should
a
share with
shared
you.
screen, on the shared screen, if you can do that, it'll be
Hmm.
helpful for me, sir.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Okay,
Before that, you give general idea about. I'm in the meantime, I'm sharing that.
yes, sir, sure, sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so good afternoon, one and all. Sorry for making you guys wait longer. I was just trying to figure out because it's a new laptop for me. I was not having one earlier. So, first thing is, I know I understand how this particular phase feels like to sit like a cat on the wall to know whether we are inside or outside. It happens all the time with UPSC. So I feel what you guys do is to put aside everything and then portion your day for optional and GS4. Okay, and you can start preparing it. And when you're planning your entire optional strategy or your study plan for the next probably 80 days, what I would suggest is initially you start with optional and put 60 percentage of your time for optional and 40 percentage of your time for ethics or GS or GS 1 2 3 4. And by the mid of July you change your strategy to optional 40 and then GS 60. In this way you can you will be able to cover your entire syllabus. And second thing is, if you can take the enriched test series syllabus in our rankers, the entire syllabus would have been broken into daily notes or daily topics which you have to study. So what you can do is just put a day earlier for the particular topic. For example, if the syllabus says 5th June, one second.
I'm I'm trying to upload the document on Zoom. Anyhow,
Okay,
the
sir.
option of uploading document is not visible. I think you face the same problem.
Same issue, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you take that syllabus, it says 5th June is working capital management. When you're planning, plan it like 4th June is working capital management, because this is the test plan. You are going to make a study plan. So everything should be 1 day prior. Okay. So it means that on 4th of June, you're completing working capital management. On 5th, without even revising, you have to take up your working capital management test and write the test and finish it. If you do that way, the entire syllabus will be finished by the mid of July. Okay. And post that, you will have escalation period, where you can sit and revise whatever is pending, wherever you have lagged and everything. So I think you guys would have gone through the topper copies and other things. If you see my papers in some tests, it will be very bad. The answers will be very bad, which means that those are tests I have written because I want to stick to the schedule and not want to miss. Even though I didn't prepare, I went on to write the test. Okay. You always, you guys have in mind that you are writing the test regardless of whatever is going to happen. That is most important point. Yes, sir.
In one of the tests, you got 10 marks out of 40 or 50.
Yes.
10 out
Yes,
of
sir.
40. Yes.
Yes, sir, I got. It's because I didn't study that particular paragraph or points of syllabus, and I just took the test and I wrote it because I want to adhere to the schedule. Right, by writing like this, one thing you get is you will understand the idea of answering to any kind of question. So in exam, we never know that the questions will be within the syllabus or it will be out of the syllabus, or from where it will be. You will not be able to get it, but that panic you will get during the exam will be reduced when you're writing tests like this. So first thing is this. Second thing is you get into the discipline of writing test. You should not miss out any chapter test. Comprehensive test is secondary. The sectional test, comprehensive test is secondary. But when you're doing this test, particularly for all days, your writing practice and writing ability will increase. Automatically, in the end, your marks will be consistently better. Because for me, when I wrote the test on a particular day when I didn't prepare, I was not scoring well. But what I went on to do is kept on writing the test. So that's how accumulated efforts will pay you off in the end. So this is one thing I want to tell about. So I want you guys to make a schedule by breaking down the syllabus and aligning with the test series that you are subscribing for. Writing test will definitely help you in the larger picture. And second thing is, for every particular topic in the syllabus, make a small note. Small notes in the sense, just a 2 pager or a 1 pager, which you can revise in the end. During the 5 days between GS and optional, there will be 5 days. In those 5 days, you can revise those notes very quickly, and it will be like a picture memory in your mind, and you can easily grab that one. Okay. I think these are the two important things when you're preparing for a strategy and when you're following it. And third thing I want to tell is, I think I'll answer all the questions in the end. First, I'll finish whatever I want to say. Okay. Viborgag. So the third thing is, whenever you are receiving a test paper, whenever you are receiving a test paper and you find that your marks are low, your first thought should not be go defensive and feel like why your marks are low or why they have not put good marks for you. That should not be a strategy, but in turn understand and try to change the mistakes that you have, and don't lose hopes on seeing marks of the test. Okay. Never go like I am getting only 10. How will I clear? How will I write? Don't go that way, because one day you might be getting 10. Next day you'll be getting 15. Next day you'll be getting 20. And you will not be able to see the improvement because consistent efforts, you can't say a drastic improvement in consistent efforts, but one day that efforts will be definitely paid off. So that should be one thing in your mind. And next is completion of syllabus. Honestly speaking, nobody can entirely do justice to all the 10 subjects that is there in the commerce and accountancy syllabus. If you take the entire syllabus, it is broken into 10 whole subjects. Okay, you will not be able to complete all the 10 subjects in during this 3 months, and that too if you're writing the first mains, it's really difficult to finish. So first what you do is prioritize based on pyqs. So if you see a particular topic is being reflected in pyqs again and again, you start to prioritize that topic and finish those topics first. Then you go for the less important topics and start doing it. With respect to numericals also, for certain people, it will be natural that they will be able to solve bigger sums like amalgamation or merger and acquisition. They'll be able to do that better. But for certain people, it will not work out. For me, it never worked out to solve bigger sums. Those people strengthen your theoretical knowledge on that particular chapter and be strong with that. So the this kind of work can be done in order to avoid your syllabus completion. And never expect yourself to complete the 100% of the syllabus, because it's not possible to complete 100% in a short span. But what you can do is whatever you are completed, you can revise it twice or thrice. You can do that, and then you can go and do better justice to those questions. This is one thing. And next is, when you're writing answers, don't expect your answers to be similar to the model answers that is given, because model answers are sat down and prepared, and you're getting it from the institute or from the websites. So those answers may not be like your answers, because you're writing it on the moment of the exam, in the exam pressure situation, another thing. So what you have to anticipate is completion of the paper with all average answers. That is enough to score good marks. And when you're writing an average answer, for example, 10 answers you're writing, and you're writing 5 average answers and 5 answers with good quotes, good examples, good facts, that is more than enough. That will score you the extra marks. Yes, sir, please go ahead.
Yes, Monica, we prepare model answers by taking 2 times, 3 times the normal time. Student have to write within 7 minutes, but I prepare model answer by putting 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So definitely one should not compare with the model answer, just learn from the model answer.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So what you must be doing is see from the model answers, take some good points, write it on the page of the answers that you are writing. That is, if you will be writing a mock test, in that page itself on the right side, you write the key points of the answers. And then the next day before writing the mock test, take the previous day mock test, see what all mistakes you have done, what all presentation improvements can be done, and then go through the key points once, and then take that paper, keep it away, and then write the next test. So this will enhance your presentation, and then this will also make you recollect and revise your points. So this is one thing important. And one more thing is, people are generally worried about the numerical aspects of the paper. If you see of the 500, maximum you will be able to take only 100 marks of numericals. Okay. In that case, I feel you need not stress more about numericals, but just practice. Every day, keep a habit that you do at least one sum. If you are doing one sum every day, it means that in the end of the total mains preparation, you are doing 80 problems. From that 80 problems, you will definitely be able to solve at least 3 problems in the exams. So that is more than enough. Don't anticipate for scoring 100. Anticipate for scoring 90, 80. So it will definitely reflect you and make you go ahead and go towards the scoring 100 part. Okay. So this is next thing. And one more thing is, always keep the key points in hand, some technical terms from particular topics. If you're writing something about personality, you need not write it very generically. You can write some keywords from that particular topic that will fetch you additional marks. And if you are not able to get any keywords or technical words, it's okay. If you attempt, you can write it in an average answer. You will be scoring some mark. You don't leave an answer without writing. That is a very very bad blunder one has to take. So always try and aim for completing the answer paper. So this is one more thing. I think this is the broad idea of how to strategize for the next 80 days for the mains preparation. I would like to take questions now so that I can elaborate more on everybody's question.
Monica, one question I'm having there. Monica, one question I'm having. Many students are having their prelims score on margin, 90
Hmm.
in GS and around 70 in CSET. So how they should take this? Means they are not able to collect courage to start preparation strongly. What is your
Yes.
suggestion?
Sir, honestly speaking, prelims is one of the most toughest spot for myself, sir. Last year also, I was in the same cat on the wall situation. I was thinking like whether I'll clear prelims or not clear prelims, and then close to 2 days I wasted entirely without doing anything. If you are asking for my prelim score, I have just got 90. So it is not very far from the cutoff. I was also in the same cat on the wall situation. So what I feel is that 2 days I feel would have improved my performance even better. So never waste even a single day in your preparation. Start immediately, because once you don't clear also, this will help you out in preparing for next year. Because 2023 prelims, I was not sure. I was sure that I will not clear because I didn't do it well. I was out, when I was out of the exam hall, I knew that I won't be clearing. But I started my commerce preparation the next day of my prelims examination of 2023. So close to 6 months, I was preparing for my optionals, which actually helped me in my next attempt mains. So never waste even a single day in this whole preparation. This, if you're said that you're going to take one or the next attempt in preparation, never bother about the results, but keep putting the consistent efforts. So even yes, sir.
Yes, another query. Many students might be worried about numericals like final accounts, amalgamation, income tax, process costing, etc. So, to what extent they should worry?
Yes, sir. So yes, so the first thing is, sir told about four major topics which are there and which are very repetitive in the previous year question papers. If you take a previous year question paper, you can definitely see at least one sum from this particular four topics. So what I would suggest is taxation, process costing, and then amalgamation, final accounts. All this, in this you can omit final accounts. Omit in the sense you can have a basic idea, but not need to do the in-depth work or constantly do it. First, I actually omitted final accounts with two reasons in my mind. Because one is it takes a lot of time in the exam hall. That is one particular main reason. Second is if you miss out on a single adjustment, you will not be able to get it. Okay, but when you are omitting a topic like this, you must be very confident that from that particular section, if from any other topic, even if they are going to ask an out of box question, you will be able to answer. So that kind of an confidence should be built in yourself. And with respect to the other three topics, I think taxation can be learned through practice. You can daily start reading some provision. He write the provisions and keep it on a notebook on your table side, so that you can revise it and you can solve those sums. And with respect to process costing, you can go with whatever numericals or whatever sums which are asked in the previous year question paper. You just solve those questions again and again, so that you won't make mistakes if that question reflects in the original examination. So you need not worry much about this, because you will be able to compensate the numericals with the theory, because close to 400 marks will be theoretical in the examination. So I think practice the easiest problems and practice the PYQ numericals. That is more than enough.
Many queries are there. You can answer one by one.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, can I
Okay.
ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Ma'am, my name is Akash, and
Yes,
I hope I'll be writing my mains. I am expecting to clear.
yes,
So, my question was, can I ask you about GS papers as well?
yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. So, ma'am, regarding essay, nowadays we see that essay marks have come down even for toppers and people who are cleared. We see that they are also saying that something has happened and they are unable to identify what is going wrong. So, can you
Hmm.
please guide us with regard to essay and with regard to GS, ma'am? If we look, we can just go by the previous year question trends, make our one-pager notes with regard to previous year themes instead of going to the prescribed books, and that will work, right? I mean, with the keywords, trends, and all. And regarding ethics, ma'am, if you could shed light on how you prepared with ethics paper.
Okay. Okay. So, Akash, I can segregate your question into three parts. First part is you asked about the essay preparation. So, what I personally feel is essay should be from your own language and your own style of writing and your own format. What generally happens is people go for coaching for essay and they start to adapt to a particular structured format and think in that way. When you're writing essay in that way, your essay actually gets probably tampered with or similar to everybody's essay. So what I would suggest is just take the topic and then write it. For example, if the topic is all that gold that glitters is not gold, if that is the topic of the essay, you just write it and write all the keywords that comes to your mind. Whatever is thoughts coming, whatever is the ideas coming, whatever perspectives coming, you just write everything on the rough paper, and then you segregate the flow of thought with how you can do a jumbling words, how you do it. Same way you segregate this particular keywords that you're getting into an flow, and then you start writing. What generally happens is people tell you how to think when you are going with a formative thinking, like pestle way of thinking, or to write firstly, secondly, thirdly, fourthly. If you're going in a formative thinking, your brain automatically loses the creative type of writing. So what I feel UPSC or the paper correctors expecting in essay paper is creative and raw style of writing. So you need to have that kind of a writing. For that, you need to think particular topic in different perspectives. For thinking, you need not know how to think. You just write whatever randomly comes to your brain in the paper, so that you can possibly reflect on yourself. So this is first thing with respect to essay. If you are doing that way, and if you're practicing that in each essay, your score will definitely be on an higher margin. And honestly speaking, I'm not someone who can help you out with scoring like 130, 140 in essays. But if you follow this particular way, I assure you'll at least get 100 and 100 plus in essays. Okay, this is first thing. Yes, yes, sir.
There is one observation. UPSC is decreasing marks in written,
Mm.
and it is increasing the scope of interview. Right? 3 years back, 4 years back, written was having 84% weightage, 85% weightage, and now it is having 81% weightage for topper. So indirectly, UPSC is increasing the weightage of interview. It is decreasing marks in written, essay also, optionals also, right? So you take 110 as normal or 100 as best, that is score. But among competitors, your marks should be better. Others are getting 100, you should get 101, and that would be the best score. Yes,
Mm.
continue, please.
Yes, sir. So, Akash, with respect to your second part of question, for GS, I feel you first cover the syllabus-wise topic. Like you take the syllabus and then break down each line of the syllabus as one particular topic, and collect some static notes or static points with respect to those syllabus. And most important is what makes your answer unique and better is writing facts or writing examples or writing data points in particular topic. Even for a static syllabus, you can quote example which will enhance your particular answers. For example, if a question is about how science and technology from ancient time is reflecting on the modern times, if it's such kind of a question is there, you can write the particular point, and then you can write the example. So when you do it that way, your answers will be enhanced. Even for static, you can do that. So facts, examples, and data points will differentiate your answer from the normal answers that others are writing. And with respect to ethics, what I feel is collect examples as much as possible and then start writing. And mostly pointer kind of answers will help your performance to be enhanced. So you can start writing pointer style answers. It will make your presentation look better, and it will make your overall paper look very neat. And for you also, it will save time because you're writing it in pointer. So this is one thing. And whenever you're writing examples for ethics paper, I suggest you guys write examples of your own from the society, or things you see, like how like for example, you can write for duty bound or deontology ethics. You can write diligent traffic man in the signal. These are all like things that you see in the society. So these kind of examples can also be written, which will be differentiated from the other papers. So this can be done. Okay. To answer your question, I think I have tried to answer your questions as much as I have known about. We'll go for the other questions now.
Yes, better if we take questions in the sequence given in the message box. That would be
Yes,
better. So everyone,
yes,
please write your that is query in message box. That would be more orderly. Yes, you can continue.
yes,
Vibhor Garg has
yes.
asked.
Vibor Garg. Okay. I think Akansh Gupta. Okay, fine. Ayush Kumar has asked, Ranker's latest notes are enough. Yes, Ayush, I feel that is more than enough. Apart from that, for numericals, you can refer to CA Inter's sums, practical sums, which are there. You can refer them and you can solve them and see if you are able to solve it with respect to it. That will be helpful. And what I personally feel is, regardless of whatever notes or whatever you are having, what is the most important thing is how many times you are revising that particular notes. That is more important than anything else. So you can do that. And next is Viborg. Okay, ma'am, can we left few things in syllabus purposely, like numericals of FA? Please suggest. Yes, Vibor. There are certain areas in the syllabus which we can take a leap of faith and leave it without studying. There are certain topics which generally people do leave. In fact, if, in the syllabus accounting standards, it only given as accounting standards. If you take accounting standards, it runs for pages, but we only read a few accounting standards which are relevant and which are recurring, which are repetitively asked. So, for example, even in last year, if you take the mains question paper, the first accounting standard which was asked in the compulsory question is AS7. Okay. But what happened is, generally when we prepare with our notes, we don't prepare for AS7 as in detail. Reason being, AS7 is not that much relevant accounting standard, but UPSC has thrown that question, so we need to answer something with respect to it. So if you know the names of accounting standards, you can probably recollect something which you have studied during your degree or during your graduation and recollect and write something on that. Okay, so with whenever you're leaving a few things in the syllabus, always keep in mind that even if something is asked in that particular syllabus, you will be able to write on the theoretical part of it. With respect to numericals, I feel financial accounts can be a chapter which can be avoided or which can be left for the last resort, which can be left in the behind. Other chapters, I think you should have a bare amount of idea, so that you will be able to solve the sum, even though if you have less practice. So prioritize your numericals. Like first, the PYQ numericals, you will be doing it at least 3 to 4 times across your preparation. And then second, prioritize your mock test numericals. You will be solving it. Third, you can solve certain important areas, CA inter numerical. And apart from that, if you have time, you can go for other numerical subjects, numerical sums which are there. Okay. Next, Aditi Goyal. Ma'am, can you please pinpoint the scoring point parts in paper one along with ROA it gives, and it will be really helpful. Okay. Aditi, I think if I'm not sure, during this mains preparation, R.S. Agarwal sir will be releasing a particular topic and the repetitive topics which have been asked in the exam. So you'll be releasing that particular document. Whenever you are having the revision, you can take that document, and whichever you'll be highlighting that particular topic in yellow color, if I'm not wrong. So you can revise those topics again and again, because those parts are scoring. Yes, sir, you can go ahead.
Yes, Monica, I have uploaded guest work for paper 2 and for financial management on our Telegram channel. So Aditi Goyal and everyone, you can go there. That is done this year also, considering PYQs, considering probability. Right. Over to you.
Yes. So you can refer to that particular document, the guest document. In that guest document, you would have highlighted how many times that particular topic is being repeated. For example, I remember in the last year PDF, it was highlighted in yellow color. I have read those particular topics at least for 4 times. And you cannot expect entirely from that guest document, but you can expect a decent amount of questions from that guest documents, because it is prepared based on the PYQ. So all the 500 marks will not be an out of box thing, and same way all the only probably 100 or 100 marks he might be asking it in a different way, but other things I think you can manage with revising the same PYQ related topics again and again. Okay. Ma'am, how to fetch extra, Amar Agarwal, ma'am, how to fetch extra marks in general questions of paper 2? Okay. For this, I will suggest you to read, whenever you're reading newspaper, you're reading about personalities who are in the corporates, or whenever you're reading about somebody's quotations relating to corporate, or the business columns of the newspaper will be giving extra data facts and quotations that sir will be sending. All these things can be included in a paper 2 question. So this will be enhancing your paper 2 performance better. First thing. Second thing is, wherever possible, try to do a chart or try to do an arrow work, or do a round and then make an what to say chart and write the points in a very presentable way. So this will also help you to score better marks in paper 2. Okay. Ma'am, we should be doing paper 1 and paper 2 together, or should we finish paper 1 and then move to paper 2? Okay. To Tayaba, I think you have to schedule it in a way that you are able to complete 2 subjects of paper 1 first, and then 2 subjects of paper 2 first. Because if you're finishing one paper altogether, the other paper will be left behind and you will not be able to do it, do justice to it. What happened to me last year was I was not able to take up costing itself, because I started 1 week late. The preparation I started 1 week late, and then in the end I was not able to finish costing. And costing always made me feel that I am not like I am not preparing well with respect to costing. So never do one paper fully and then go for paper 2, because then paper 2 you will be having a subject or a 2 which you will not be studying. So always balance it. Balance, put a schedule, and then put 2 subjects first and then 2 subjects next. That way you will be able to do it. Okay. Ma'am, can you please share details about your Telegram group and your 2-pager notes? Yes, Aditi. So I'm little held up now, so I'm not created any Telegram group as such, and all my notes are in hard copy. That's why I've taken a sample of AS26. This is how I made notes for accounting standards, and for any subjects I made very small 2-pager notes. I will try to share it in near time coming, but it is very difficult for me to scan it and do it, as I'm little held up due to some personal commitments. I'm really sorry for that, but I'll try to do that in the near future. Okay. Okay. Amar Agarwal has asked. Okay. Okay. In paper 2, you want to know about HRM and IR. So for HRM and IR, try to write the HR practices of many companies like Wipro or TCS. And for IR also, you can write the recent any issues are there. These examples will make your answer look different from what others write. Okay. Shruti Sharma. Ma'am, how to increase marks in GS? I am stuck around 100. Shruti Sharma, I think 100 is a very good mark, and people aspire to score 100 in all the GS, if I'm not wrong. 100 is a good mark. Probably you can get 10 or 15 mark extra if you are doing some presentation, or doing some examples, writing some additional facts and other things. I think it's a good mark, Shruti Sharma. Next is Aditi. Ma'am, which test series did you join for GS papers? Yes. So Aditi, since I'm from Tamil Nadu, we had a particular state training institute in Tamil Nadu, which I was part of, and they gave question paper on themselves. That's the one test series that I followed. Apart from that, I also wrote Srijan's only Srijan's daily answer writing for GS. But what happened was I wrote it for 2 months and then I stopped it because the time was very nearby. So these are the 2 test series that I followed for GS. Okay, Shivam, ma'am, whenever I writing theory questions, getting very general answers and repeated words, how can I improve? Okay. Shivam, I think getting general answer and repeated words is normal for every aspirant. You need not worry much about it. But what you can do is you can try thinking before writing the answer, like doing brainstorm. You collect a group of friends with yourself, and then you guys start to do brainstorming that particular topic. When you're doing that way, the friend will be giving the same thing in a different words. That way your vocabulary will also increase. You will be knowing new words, because that's how I have learned, because I also face this particular issue. So that's how you also learn. You start to do a discussion with your friends. Automatically your additional words and vocabularies and new perspective, new points, everything will come by. So that will help. Okay. Ma'am, how to make short notes. So for me, how I made short notes is, first, for example, if you're reading some particular topic, read the topic in one read without doing any underline or anything. Just read the topic. And then in the second read, you underline the main keywords of the point. And third time before reading, just keep the notebook and then think for yourself, what is the overall picture of the topic. So for example, um, assuming you are going to make an index for that particular topic you have read, you think in that way. How does the index works? Like advantage, they first spoken about the definition, and then they have spoken about the advantages, then disadvantages, then the interlink between the particular topic and one more topic, and then multiple perspective and alternative solution. You think it in a broad perspective, like making an index, and then based on the index you make the short notes. So that if you do it that way, the flow of thought will also come. At the same time, it will be helpful for you to recollect during your answer writing also. Okay, straight Tulsian, what should be done for paper 2? How to improve answer writing in paper 2? Yes, so I think I've already said about what are the additional value additions you can do for paper 2, like quoting examples, writing quotations, and then facts and other things. For improvement, I feel you have to write answers. Writing answer is the most important thing. Don't worry about the marks. Don't worry about how much you are scoring, how bad it is. You're writing an average answer. Don't feel all that. Just keep writing. One day or the other, your answers will become a good one and you'll be scoring good marks. Okay. Any best series that help in improving marks? Shruti Sharma, I feel there is no best or not best. I am not sure about the quality of other things because I've not tried them myself. But what I would suggest is whatever kind of test series you are taking, try to take up something which has a daily answer writing, because only when you write something daily it becomes like an habit for you. And when you start when it becomes an habit for you, automatically and eventually you will be doing a good work in answer writing. So it need not matter where you're writing or which institute, that doesn't matter. But what you have to do is always go for a daily answer writing. Daily answer writing improves your performance to a better level. And Tayaba, ma'am, I struggle in cost accounting. Which part can I leave? So, Tayaba, I think you and me are facing the same issue. Even I struggle with cost accounting a lot. Regardless of me clearing CA, I always felt costing is one of the chapter which is very hard for me to crack. So in that case, what I did was I only took the PYQ of cost accounting and read only those things. I only read the PYQ, whatever topics in PYQ, I only read them, made notes only for them and revised them. I didn't do anything beyond that for cost accounting. So I think if it works for you, you can also do the same thing and forget about the entire cost accounting and do only PYQ cost accounting and be done with that. So that is one good, that will help you out with costing. Okay, Shaurya Agarwal, ma'am, importance of current affairs value added for GS versus static part. How much effort you devoted to each? What were your resources of value added materials to be included in such short period of time, specifically for GS? Because sir will be providing for. Okay. Yes, it is a very good question, Shaurya, because with respect to optional, I think all the value-added materials you will be getting it in hand. With respect to GS, what I would suggest is you can go for value-added materials from institute, but I will always tell that you guys can stick to something which has less number of pages and revise them multiple times so that you are able to reflect those particular data points or particular value added in the answers. And one more thing I would suggest is whenever you are writing any value added points, institutes randomly give the percentages. Like they give the senior citizen population will become 20% by 1950. Like that, they just give the data point. But what I would suggest for you guys is whenever you're writing such a data point, always quote the source from where you're writing. For example, in my paper, I wrote it like senior citizen will be increased to 20% by 1950. And I wrote source India Aging Report. So this particular source India Aging Report gives you an authenticated value for your answers. What it means that you have read some report and then you're quoting from that report. That kind of image builds up. That is first thing. Second thing is when you're writing something, it makes the examiner feel that you've written some reliable data. So this will help you have a better hold on it. And then the third thing I would suggest is if you are someone who is following the monthly magazines that institutes release, you can take the index page of that magazine, and from that index page, read the topic and see if this topic can be quoted as an example in some answer writing, some question. If you feel that way, just highlight that particular index and keep it. And while you're doing your revision for mains, you can revise those index so that the examples will come in fingertips from the index itself. This can be helpful for adding value add for the GS answers. Ma'am, which institute material? Okay. Yes, Shaurya. Actually, I used Vajiram and Ravi's recitals monthly magazine. I used them so that I was reading that monthly magazines throughout my preparation, and I used their index to create the value added points for GS. Okay. How to manage time while writing answers? Saloni, I think initially when you start to write, it will be very difficult for you to contain and do the management of time with respect to writing answers. But if you are starting to write every day, when it becomes like a practice every day, automatically your speed will increase and you will be well within the time to finish the answer writing. So I feel with respect to mains, more than reading contents, because whoever clears prelims are having equal caliber of knowledge and equal level of content. So what makes them to clear mains is their practice of writing answers daily. So judicially write answers every day so that in the near to the exam, you will be able to clear or you will be able to complete the answers completely. Okay. I think Saura's answered the question. Okay. Ma'am, at least try to share few more examples of your notes from all the subjects. Yes. Yes, Simran, I will sure try to share examples and quotations and those documents. I will be sharing it and I will share it to sir so that he can share it in the group also. I'll do it in some time.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that between GS and optional subjects, how did you prioritize both the parts? Since both of them have important weightage, but sometimes what happens is we tend to focus more on GS and leave behind optional. How to balance both of that? Should we go for GS first and optional means, or should we divide our day 50-50?
Okay. So as I already mentioned, I feel in your 80 days of preparation, the initial 40 days, you can prepare it like 60% you can give it for optional and try to complete them, and 40% you can give it for GS and start preparing along with it. And as time goes by, after the first 40 days, you can shift your strategy to 60% for GS and 40% for optional. So this way you'll be able to do everything all around. So one thing is never concentrate on one particular part of the exam very deeply and leave off the other completely. So that will not work out, because if you're not scoring, if you're not practicing optional, it will make a mark on your total score. And if you're not practicing GS, it will make a mark on your total score. So what I would suggest is first put your end. For example, what I did was, if my total study hour for a day is going to be 10 hours, I made that into three parts. First part is 3 hours for studying optional. And then 1.5 hours I'll be studying GS. And then 1.5 hours I did discussion for GS PYQ. And apart from that, 3 hours I wrote only test. This is the initial days of preparation and initial 40 days. And the next 40 days, the 3 hours optional will become now 1.5 hours optional. And then 3 hours will be for GS. If you're doing this way, you'll be able to cover overall everything of it. So you need not be like top to toe cover everything, but you will be having bare amount of knowledge of everything in GS and optional at the same time. So you can plan it that way. I hope it helped you.
Yes.
Okay, and then I was answering to
You were answering to Simran.
yes, Simran. Ma'am, at least try. Yeah, sure. I will definitely try to share it.
And then Sorry
Okay.
Agrawal. Sorry Agrawal
Sure,
will
yeah,
share. Yeah, we will share. Amit. Amit.
okay. Amit, yeah. How to schedule my day as I have recently started preparing along with managing GS and option classes. How many hours to study after the classes every day? Okay.
I think
So,
it's
Amit, I think you are not giving the mains this year, hopefully. Uh, uh, so, if you are not giving mains this year, if you start putting a schedule from today till next year prelims, I think you can easily crack it in one go. First thing is this. Second thing is how you have to plan is till December, you concentrate on the mains. You start preparing notes for each and every subject, whatever classes you are going, whatever notes you are taking, you read the notes after coming back to home and then add your own points to those notes. You do Google search on that particular because you have the advantage of the time. So what you do is if today they are going to teach about climatology in the class, you come back and read about climatology, read that particular topic, read how wind goes. If you see some good charts or good examples with respect to the topic, take it and write it and attach it with your notes. That is one thing you can do. Second thing is before going to the next class, definitely revise the previous day's portions completely. Even for option classes, if first day sir is teaching accounting standards, next day you are going to class to some other topic, still you revise the accounting standards notes and then go, so that you will be having what you have read yesterday will be there in your mind. Similarly, next time when there is going to be a continuation of an FA class, you revise the previous FA class notes. So this way your knowledge will get accumulated on daily basis. So this is how you plan your day. And after December, your focus should be turning towards prelims. When you're starting to do prelims, January to March mid, you can plan your optional also, but in a lesser time. Like 80-20, you can take 80% of the time you can spend for prelims, and then 20% of your time you can do for the optional. And after March, you can completely put your day into preparing for prelims, and post prelims you will be well within and well prepared to write the mains with full confidence. Okay. So till December you can start writing answers. You can start doing some 5 questions, 10 questions every day and randomly write and get it evaluated. You need not even subscribe for test series, but just write and practice it on your own also. That will be helpful. And post that you can do better work. And how many
next.
hours to study? I feel it depends on every individual. Like for me, in last year before the prelims examination, I studied for 7 hours every day till from July 2024, sorry, July 2023 to December 2023. I studied 7 hours every day. And I always take Sunday as break so that I get recreation to go back and study. And from January to May, that is still prelims, I was studying 8 to 9 hours every day. And during mains, I was studying 10 to 11 hours every day. So the 80 days is very crucial. So you'll be putting more amount of time. And whenever it is going to be like this, you can always take breaks in between and do something which you like, which will probably give you a mental peace and which will reduce your mental pressure. Do that for a couple of days and then come back to this particular schedule. Don't go away or drastically move away from the preparation, but keep hold on, because we are all with the attitude that only when tomorrow is the exam we all get that tendency to study. For UPSC, I think that attitude should be kept a backseat and you have to prepare it consistently on a daily basis. So if you do that, it is very easy for you to crack the next attempt.
Sorry Agrawal. Next is Sorry Agrawal.
Shaurya Agarwal, yes. Ma'am, importance of current affairs value added for GS. I think this question I've already answered.
How much effort you should devote to it? What were you
Yeah,
saying?
yes.
That is answered.
How much time you required to prepare a commerce option? Yes. So I started my preparation in 2022 mid, and for the first attempt 2023, I didn't do anything with respect to optional. I didn't prepare anything. Anything means I have not even read the syllabus properly. So if 2023 prelims, if I had cleared, I would have probably not done well in mains, because my optional knowledge was zero. I didn't read the syllabus. I didn't do anything. So after my failure of 2023 prelims, I started my optional. And what I did was I read the entire syllabus, and based on each line of the syllabus, I started to referring to the notes that rankers have given, and then I started preparing my own notes. So from July 2023 till December 2023, I have only dedicated for only preparing notes and trying to practice certain PYQs. And then in November, I subscribed for the standard test series, which was there. Standard test series means it has weekly one test of one whole subject. So I subscribed for that in November 2023. And I started writing that weekly test for close to 10 weeks. The test was totally 10 tests, and I wrote all the 10 tests. I think I wrote 8 of the 10 tests till February 2023. Sorry, 2024. February 2024, I wrote those tests. And then 3 months, I again left the optional away and prepared for prelims. And after this prelims clearing, I prepared 3 months for the optional. So close to, if you ask me, close to 5.5 months of pre-work before the prelims and 3 months of work after the prelims. That's the total time required for me to prepare for optional. And while I prepared for the optional before prelims, I also prepared GS4 along with it, and I was also writing other exams like RBI Grade B at that time. So the amount of time I gave for commerce was more from August 2023 to December 2023. This period I gave more amount of time for commerce optional. So this is how I prepared for commerce optional. Sir, please share. Yes,
Vibhor,
Vibhor. Okay. Yes, Vibhogag. Yes, I didn't leave any particular questions in any subject. I completely attended all the question. I feel if I was able to do that, I think the main reason was because I was practicing answer writing daily. I was spending close to 3 hours only for writing in every day during the time from prelims to mains preparation. So I think that helped me to write faster. That is one thing you can do. Okay, Shruti Sharma. Ma'am, it is wise decision to prepare mains and write tests for mains from home. Yes, Shruti, it depends on each individual, but I feel now, since everything have come online, you can do the tests and preparations from home itself. For me, optional was completely only through online mode, because I wrote optional test and I scanned and sent it to a sir, and then it came back by correction. So it was completely through offline mode. But for GS, I was in a particular place where everybody were sitting and we were writing answers together and getting corrected in hard copy. So both ways work for me in both the subjects. So I feel it is personal choice. But one difficulty you will face when you're doing a mains preparation from home is the scanning of answer sheet. It may sound funny right now. Why is she talking about it like it is a big deal? But when you're preparing, when you have less time, when you have so much to study, to scan a 60-page document and send a GS sectional will take a lot of time. So if you have some sibling or some friend who can help you, assist you with all this, I think it's better to prepare from home. There is no better place than home to prepare from. So you can go ahead with that. Okay. Ma'am, could you please let us know which pen do you used for mains? I actually used, yes, sir.
yes, one important point is there at rankers classes. If I share our experience of past 5 years, those who prepared from home, they are having better result, and those who try to come in the face-to-face classes, they were not having that better result. Garima
Mm,
Loving prepared from home. You also prepared from home, right?
yes, sir.
Have prepared from home. Home is the best place. You need a online group of friends, or you need
Mm,
to, right? And some
yes,
suggestions are
sir.
given by Monica also. Over. Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay. Ma'am, could you please let us know which pen you use for mains? I used V7 pen for the mains examination. Okay. Ma'am, did you also follow the newspaper or just the monthly magazine? Tanvi Mittal, yes. So I feel with respect to UPSC preparation, newspaper is one of the basic and fundamental that everybody should read. I didn't take any notes from newspaper, but I read newspaper every day. The only time I didn't read newspaper is the 15 days of mains examination. Apart from that, other time I read newspaper every day. Because it helps you improve your English, it helps you improve your vocabulary, it helps you improve your knowledge, general awareness of things. And suddenly, some headlines will quote you in the answer writing. That also you can quote. So I think newspaper reading is mandatory. Monthly magazines I followed because I didn't take particular notes of newspaper, so I followed a monthly magazine also. And monthly magazines and everything I did only till March before my prelims. So only till that time I made monthly magazines, read monthly magazines. Okay. How to make notes for paper 2? Yes, Arshita. So I think to make notes for paper 2, I've already told how I did. So first you read it, plain read, and then in the second time you mark the keywords. Third time you think about the entire topic like you're making an index for it. And once you think about the index, then you start making particular notes for that particular topic. Okay. And then yes. How to self-evaluate answer after writing? Good. It's a really good thing, Arshita, because I feel self-evaluation gives you more perspective than reading evaluation from somebody else. So what you can do is, after finishing the answers, you just take the model answers that is given. You keep the model answers and then read your answer, and then you can correlate between how the answers are getting, how you are being thinking. Is there a fundamental mistake of understanding the question, or is there a mistake of writing less points, or is there a mistakes of not quoting examples? You can compare it with the model answers, and then you can put the keywords or write the key points alongside your answer. So this will help you to evaluate, and this will help you to understand your mistake, and the same time it will help you for revision also. So self evaluation is any day better for improving your answer. Okay. Amar Agarwal, ma'am, for small numericals, can we use the little theoretical portion to enrich answers? Okay, Amar Agarwal, I am assuming that you've asked a question with respect to writing theoretical portion in the numerical part of the answer. I think you can do it. Like you can give a small explanation of what is the question is about, and then you can write. But even if you're not doing it, it's fine. But for numericals, always have an point that you are writing the conclusion of the numerical. So if 4 ratios have been asked to be computed in the sum, and you're computing it 1, 2, 3, 4, in the end you try to write all the 4 into a box and put a box around it. This will enhance your answer, and it will easily give you an presentable numerical answer. So with respect to theoretical portion, I think you can write in the numerical thing also. Okay. How much time you put on newspaper daily? Okay, sir has asked me. So what I did was, sir, to uh, segregate my day, and then I used to read newspaper for 1 hour every day during the mains preparation till August. And September I didn't read newspaper because at that time September was the mains examination. And before prelims, I used to read newspaper for 2 hours every day, because what I used to do is before prelims, I used to read a news, and then I used to read the history of the news. Suppose if there is an attack on Palestine by Israel, I used to go back and read the entire issue between Israel and Palestine. What was from the history, how the Arab-Israeli wars happened in 1973. From there, I used to read everything, and then I used to come back for the news and understand how it happened. So it took more time before prelims, but during mains preparation, I read the newspaper for close to 1 hour every day. Okay. Ma'am, how to manage this 75 to 80 days for mains? How many papers you write daily in this period? Yes, Shivam. So what I actually did was, the 75 to 80 days, I put a schedule. I put an full schedule on the first day itself, and then I put a daily schedule. In that schedule, as I earlier told, 60-40 ratio, I used to segregate my time. Initially I spend more time on optional, and as the days go by, I spend more times on GS. So this is one thing. Second thing is always accommodate a time for writing answers. Writing answers is one of the fundamental thing you should not miss while doing the entire preparation. So you have to allocate some time for that. And one more thing is, even if you're taking a break, one day, if you're going to take a break in between in the 75 to 80 days, which I feel is not good, because you can take an hour break. A day break will break your entire momentum of the preparation. So I feel you can take an hour break and then come back and study. But if you are taking any day break, even in that day, you keep it a point that you are reading newspaper and you are writing answers on that day. That should be like an irreversible habit. It should become like you are doing it without fail. So that if you do that, it will be easy to manage the 75 to 80 days. Okay. Ma'am, please brief your Amar Agarwal. Ma'am, please brief your strategy after GS4 till paper 1 and in between paper 1 and paper 2. Yes, Amar Agarwal. So those 5 days are the crucial days of preparation to revise optional. So what I did was in those 5 days, I didn't revise any numerical sums except for certain sums. While preparation itself, I marked them in different color, and I've taken one more paper and written the page number of that particular sum or the note where it is there, so that I go back and revise only those numericals, because those numericals are sums which I have repeatedly made mistakes on. So that is first thing. Second thing is, for numericals, wherever I made mistakes, I made something called as library of adjustments. I think where you can write whatever mistakes you have done, what adjustments should be done, and what is the new formula for it or new keyword for it. Like that, you can make one paper which can be 10 pages and you can revise it. And with respect to paper 1 and paper 2, in this 5 days, I revised all the short notes I made. I didn't take the actual book that we read from, but I revised the entire short notes that I made. So that is one thing. Between paper 1 and paper 2, what I personally did was I revised only the quotations, examples, and facts in that meantime. I didn't revise any topic, I didn't revise any definition, but I only revised the quotations, facts, corporate examples, and data points, whichever I collected during those. You will probably get 1 hour time during that time. And I also took a nap during that time, because that is more important for me personally. I feel to be fresh, I need some time to sleep off. So I took a nap and then I went to write the paper 2. So this is one thing.
Monica, on taking a nap, I remember one of the world champion from Russia or China.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes before race, he was taking a nap and woke up immediately and won the race. I will share that picture on Telegram. That is wonderful. Nap is wonderful. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Continue, please.
So even for GS1 to GS 3, 4, even in that gap, if you can get a bench and if you can go and sleep off for 15 to 20 minutes, it will make your brain more active and more productive. So taking a nap is very, very good before writing a particular paper. So I think that will help you out between paper 1 and paper 2. Okay. Ma'am, which daily answer of GS you used? Yes, Shaurya Agarwal, I have already answered this question. One is I used the state training colleges answers that they have given from here. And second is I used the Srijan daily answer writing from only AS, which was for close to 45 days. So these two can be helpful with respect to daily answer for me. Okay. Is it wise to give more time to part B of paper 1, since part A is bulky and I am going to attempt compulsory? And one more question, only from part A and part B numericals are comparatively easy to do. Yes, Taiba. So reading this question is only making me smile more, because whatever question you have asked, I did the same thing. I thought that part B is quite comparatively easier and part A is bulky. So I'm going to write 2 questions from part B and I'm going to ignore the part A question. This is how my mind was set. And even in my first mock test, I wrote part B 2 questions, and then in part A only 1, and I was all built only for this. But then what happened in the exam hall was different one. I wrote 2 questions from part A. What happened was in part A, it was like a exact replica from a question that I just saw, just revised. So I just shifted my strategy and I wrote from part A. So what I feel is don't have a prior mindset of writing from part B or writing from part B, but keep it in mind that if you see a question which is easier from part A, go ahead and attempt that question. Don't have a barrier that I'm going to write only from FM and FMI and go ahead and get stuck in a question which you don't know. So I feel you can segregate your time based on your interest. If you are more interested in FM, you can do more sums on FM and be strong on that particular topic. But do not avoid part A completely. But at least have a minimum amount of knowledge to balance part A. Yes, Shivam. Ma'am, in optional paper one, what you preferred, more numerical or theory? Yes, sir. Shivam, I feel I prepared for each subject, each thing. For taxation, I preferred numerical. For cost accounting, I preferred theory. And then for FA, I preferred theory more. And then I think auditing is already theory. So it depends on the paper of writing. So I preferred more. And in FM, I preferred numerical more. And for FMI, obviously theory should be preferred. So it differed for me in each subject. Okay. Ma'am, I just joined. Ma'am, if I just do content of markers, no other value addition, will it be okay? Yes, A, B, C, okay. I feel you can do the content of rankers and you can do also the value addition material that rankers will be providing close to your exams. You have to do it. If you just take a notes this year and then after 2 years, if you're going to write mains and without any additional example or value addition, it will not work out. So you have to do that value addition also. And along with that, during this course of period, whichever newspaper you are reading and wherever you feel that that particular example can be used as an example in commerce and accountancy optional, some syllabus, some point of the topic, you have to quote it and keep it down. You need not go and do it as purpose of valuation, but when you're reading something and it comes in a flow, you have to take it and keep it for yourself for valuation. Because I also made such kind of notes where I took example from newspaper and then I've kept it for writing in optional paper. So that will be an add-on point for you. Okay. Ma'am, toppers say that for mains GS papers, they make comprehensive example and codes depository, which can be used across 5 GS papers. So how should we go about these interlinkages? Yes, sir. Aditi Goyal. I think if you take one particular example, you have to think that example from all the syllabus, all the points of the syllabus. So, for example, the data point that I earlier said, 20% of the senior citizens are going to become, 20% of the population are going to become senior citizen by 2015. If this is the data point, what all can, where all it can be used? It can be used in any question with respect to senior citizen. It can be used in social issue question where there is a discriminatory between old age people. It can be used there. It can be used in Indian society. How will the evolution of Indian society can be done? And then it can also be used in health, prioritizing the gerative care. In that point also you can quote this. So like this, one example, you have to think from all perspective by aligning it along with the syllabus. So if you think that way, you can use a similar example for all the GS papers. So I think that will help. Okay. Sir, I also took the nap before CS. Yes, Shivam, it will be really helpful if you're taking a nap before every exam. Okay. Tanvi Mittal. Ma'am, how you manage monthly magazine with newspaper? Please tell your strategy. Okay. So Tanvi, what I did was every day morning I used to spend close to 2 hours for reading newspaper. And then for after this 1 month is over, in the next month, 10th, most probably the monthly magazine will come. And once the monthly magazine comes, I allocated every day 1 hour for 1 month magazine. So if you see August month's monthly magazine, I'll be reading in from September 11th to 20th. Every day I'll be allocating 1 hour for them. So likewise, I completed the monthly magazine for the last 9 months before the prelims examination. Okay. Please elaborate exam hall strategy for attempting commerce papers. Yes. So what you can do is when you are seeing the question paper, it is not necessarily that you have to go by the order of the paper. Like you need not first go and write the compulsory like that. what I feel is you can first go and finish the choice of question. 3 questions that you have chosen. In the part B, if you feel that the 2 questions that you have chosen, you have done it fully correct, then you can finish that first. So if sixth question and seventh question is your chosen question, you first write 6, 7, and then come and write the third question. Then you write the compulsory question, because compulsory question you're going to write only 2 pages, and even in the last minute you can scribble something. And it is going to be theory, and for theory you can write even limited points and give good points and manage. But if you're going to keep numericals in the end, it will be a cost on you. So always plan it like you are writing part B, the choice of question, 2 questions if you have in part B, first write them, then write one more choice from part A, and then go for the compulsory question. Also, while you're going for compulsory, write the first compulsory question first, and then write the fifth one. Why I'm saying is that initially somebody is going to open your paper and see. So fifth one will definitely have a bad handwriting because you're going to write it in the end. So when you're writing the first compulsory, your handwriting will be little legible. So after that, second, they finish everything, and then fifth one will be in the middle, and your handwriting will not be a big deal because you are already impressed the examiner. So this can be done. Okay. Ma'am, how to maintain writing speed? Ayush Kumar, I think it comes with practice. Every day you have to keep practicing again and again so that you will be able to write better. Your speed will also be better. Simran, ma'am, if we decide that from tags we will do only sums, then should we avoid studying theory completely? No, Simran, I think that will be a bad strategy, because if you avoid theory, you will not be able to do tax sums. So, with respect to taxation, theory and the numericals are interlinked. So you need to do both of them. But if you take costing for that instance, costing, if you read theory, you can avoid doing sums at the cost of leaving that sum. But even then, you will have to be doing the PYQ of that particular subject. Okay. Ma'am, for my ethics paper, how did you manage your time, since it's bit difficult to complete on time? Okay. Okay. Yes, ethics is a little bit difficult to complete on time. But what you have to do is you need to write case studies in a more elaborative manner. In those places, you need to save time. I think it comes with practice. And even after practice, when you go to the actual exam, the last case study will be on half. Will not be able to write entire pages given. You'll be writing only half of the pages. I think it comes with practice. Um, Okay.
I think all the queries are over now, and
Yes. Yes, sir.
Komal is having FM numericals are weak. So Komal, you are our student there, and I will guide you. Certain numericals like capital budgeting you can compromise, but rest you have to do, right? So
Yes. So
uh,
all the best to everyone. I hope you all clear this time with 300 plus marks in commerce and accountancy. So that and I also say that you guys have taken. Don't be doubtful about taking commerce and accountancy optional. If you take the margin of the marks in commerce and accountancy, anyways you'll be getting above 240, and 240 to 280 is like guaranteed. But if you take any other optional, the range is very wide. The marks you may get 190, some may get 300. So the range is very wide. And commerce also, since you have done graduation on that, it is very easy for you guys to revise and recollect and write in the examination. So always be confident of your choice, and then all the best to all of you. Do mains very well.
right,
Yes.
Monica,
Thank
and
you,
you have
sir, for the
given
opportunity.
so much time, Monica, and
Yes, sir.
you need water. Please take water also. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have
Yes,
explained
sir.
and answered every query. Thank you, and my
Yes,
best
sir.
wishes for your career ahead, Monica.
Yes, sir.
In
Thank you so
we
much, sir.
bother you again, right, Monica? Thank you, Monica. Thank you, everyone.